Yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? What's poppin', what's poppin'? What's good, what's good, what's good? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario. Miles Cunningham is in the building. Miles, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm out here chilling, man, texting these hoes, you feel me?
That's what's up. Shout out to everybody. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. It's fucking hot as shit in New York City. It's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But but shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to April MC in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to Unique 79, Joe Blast. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to G Money, King Leak, The Rising. Who else you got up in here? Shout out to Iceberg S, Bully Dog. What up? Shout out to Zewalabizi. I can never say your name right. Chris Lynn was good. Skillet was going on. J98 Player 007. What's good? What's good? What's good? So yeah, man. Today's show is gonna be a good one, man, because it's something that I feel like you know, I don't think people talk about. A lot of people don't talk about, but I think this is gonna be something that you guys are gonna really learn a lot from. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, man, before we get into all of that stuff, you know, we got to go in and do this.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we are back. Up in this bitch. Black Phillip in the chat said, can your next video be if you don't cold approach, you're a scared bitch? That's facts. We've done that. I feel like we've done that type of show a bunch of times, but I feel like we need to do that some more. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the chats. The call-in number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. That is the call-in number. If you want to call in, make sure you hit that donate button at the top. And also, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat, and then we will get to your question. So, I titled today's show, If Women Only Give You Sex, Your Game is Weak. Right now, the reason why I titled it this, right, is because myself, Steve hit me up, like I did a live stream yesterday where I was talking about never check your girl's phone. And then right after I was done with that, Steve hit me up. He was like, yo, you got to hop on this live stream with me real quick. So he was on this stream, and shout out to Tony Bruno on his channel. And he had a bunch of people on the channel. It was like 10 of us or whatever. So it was me, K Zaggin, 1950, and Steve was on there and shit. And then it was like these other guys who, you know, I guess black pill dudes or whatever that says, you know, game doesn't exist and it's all about looks and all that other craziness, right? So there was a dude on there and he was basically saying, you know, he was like, oh, Locario, what's wrong with you? And you got an open relationship and that's some BS. And all you supposed to do is just, you know, he's like, all I do is I just fuck these girls and then, you know, keep it moving and toss to the side and then get a new one and fuck her and toss it to the side, right? And so basically what I was saying is that, you know, if women are only giving you sex and you're only getting sex from women, that means your game is weak, right? And now let me break that down, right? What you have to understand is that you have a lot of guys. You'll even hear some of these guys call into our show, and they're like, "Yo, look, Miles, you whack because you got a low body count and yada yada yada." But the nigga, he's still having trouble with the other guy having trouble with girls, and he talking about he fucking 200-300 girls, right? So if you fucking all these girls, but you still having issues with women, and you still don't understand women, you don't understand yourself in a situation, that means your game is weak. You understand what I mean? Because what happens is that you're only getting that thing from the women, right? And that's all they're willing to give you. See, what you have to understand is this: when a woman is feeling you and she sees you as that guy, that dude, she sees you as that real, raw, dominant, masculine dude, that rare dude that she doesn't really come across, you understand, in most cases. What happens is that she knows that her pussy is not enough. You understand what I'm saying? She knows this. You see what I mean? So because she knows her pussy is not enough, she's going to try to keep you around and get you to stick around and get you to stay with her and get you to want to be with her and all this other stuff by offering you things outside of sex. See, when a woman thinks that she can, you know, keep you around or utilize you just from giving you pussy, that's all she's going to give you. That's all she's going to offer you. That's all she's going to be for you because she feels, well, listen, he's just like one of these average dudes. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to just give him pussy and then I'm going to get him to give me a lot of shit. I'm going to get him to buy me shit, give me a lot of attention, pay my rent, do a whole bunch of shit just because he wants this pussy. And because he's a guy who has weak game, I can satisfy him with just pussy. I don't have to be awesome. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to do much. All I got to do is, you know, shake my ass, you know, wear this shortcut dress, and that's all he requires. You see what I'm saying? But see, what happens is that she understands that you're a guy who has weak game, so all she's going to do is offer you the sex because that's all you require from her. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when she sees that you are that type of guy, who is the type of guy who doesn't really understand the game, doesn't understand his, you know, his value, all this other stuff, right? She's only going to offer you sex, right? Because that's the only thing that you require. That's the only thing that satisfies you. And she sees that she's not really that interested in keeping you around, or she doesn't see you as that guy that's that valuable. So she's only going to do the bare minimum. Right. You see what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you guys got to understand, like, hey, okay, man, like, you know, shit, this chick, like, for example, let's say, you know, you're dealing with a girl and she knows that you're trying to hit, right? And ain't nothing wrong with you wanting sex. Sex is cool. That's great. You shouldn't be going out there having fun doing what you do. But imagine when you're out there and you're interacting with a girl and she knows you want to hit, but she's stringing you along, right? She's like, oh, take me out, talk to me, get to know me, do all this other shit, right? and you're doing all this other shit just to try to get the pussy. So now you're doing all this other shit just to try to get the pussy, she knows what type of guy you are. Because it's one thing for you to be talking to a girl, interacting with her, flirting with her, and you're like, listen, let's get this shit popping. And then she's like, no, let's wait, let's do this. And then you say to her, listen, I'm not trying to do all of that, but you got my number. Holla at me when you're ready, right? And then you just leave and you don't fuck with her. It's the difference between that guy and then the guy who's like gonna take her out on more dates, gonna talk to her more on the phone, who's gonna overextend himself to get it. So now that she sees that you're overextending yourself to get it, then that's all she feels, or that's all she's gonna do. That's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna give you that at some point. So therefore, she feels, well, I don't have to give him anything else. Why do I have to, like, cook, clean, or, fucking be submissive, or, help him with whatever he's doing? Why do I have to do all that when all he wants is pussy? And that's all he requires from me. You see what I'm saying? And so you created a situation where she views you as the guy who only wants pussy. You see what I'm saying? And then therefore she's like, and this is the thing you got to understand. If she wants to keep you around, right? She has to say to herself, what do I need to do to keep a guy like this around? Now, if she's able to string you along by getting you to take her out on more dates and do all this other extra shit, she's like, oh, all I need to do is to keep this guy around is just give him pussy, or give him the possibility that he's going to get some pussy and I can keep him around for a while. But then if you're the type of guy who says, listen, I'm trying to fuck, and she's like, no, let's take it slow, blah, 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 and you're like, peace out, I'm out of here. And if you want to see me again, you got to hit me up when you're ready to fuck. She's like, damn, well, I guess the pussy can't just keep him around. So then she's like, what else can I do to get this guy interested in me? What else can I offer this man to show him that I have some value, which would make him want to fuck with me? You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand that if the chick is just giving you some sex and y'all just hooking up or whatever, and then that's it, she don't like offer to fucking buy you lunch. She don't offer to help you with nothing. She's not listening to your direction. She's not doing anything but just fucking you and leaving, or just fucking you and that's it. That means your game is weak, because one, either you haven't given her any instructions to do anything else besides sex, or she didn't see enough value in you to volunteer herself to do something without you having to ask her. You understand what I'm saying? See, the crazy part is that sometimes what'll happen is you'll be with a chick and she's really feeling you and she'll do shit for you without you even having to ask her. And you're like, damn, this chick, she buying me shit. She doing this. She came into the crib. She started cleaning up. She started doing all this other crazy shit. I didn't even have to ask her. And she did that because she saw that you were the value in you. And she was like, I got to do some way more than just fuck this nigga for him to want to keep me, because I know he could get pussy. So why would pussy just keep him if I know he can get pussy? If I know he can't get pussy, or I know he's the type of guy who's thirsty for pussy, then all I need to do is give him pussy. But if you're the type of guy who's thirsty for pussy, what does that mean? That means your game is fucking weak. So this is what it is, man. But Miles, what's your thoughts on that shit, man? I've been going crazy.
So, see, the thing, something that I want to point out in the whole situation is that guys think pussy so valuable.
Right.
Understand? Like guys put this extra value on pussy. Like, listen, what you always forget is that when she's giving you pussy, you're also giving her dick.
Facts.
Dick is a gift.
Dick is exactly.
It's a gift.
And that's the part that most niggas don't remember. They don't see that shit. They all the time give me if she gonna give me some pussy, or if I'm gonna get lucky. It's like, if you listen to the phrasing.
Right.
I hope I get lucky tonight. I hope she gives me some pussy. I hope she, you know what I'm saying? What the, like, seriously, like what do we really believe about the notion of sex? Like, is literally just a woman, like she's this mystical creature bestowing the flesh between her legs onto us, and we should be just so lucky that any woman chooses to bestow upon us the enchantment of vagina.
Right, exactly.
Like, are you kidding? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Meanwhile, if it wasn't for us keeping a strong erection and fucking thrusting and working and moving and gyrating, even when they on top of us, it's still up to really get that motion so we could really penetrate deep and get them angles that they want to get.
Right.
Bitches be on top of me talking about right there, right there, right there. You understand? Like when I'm smashing, yes, I'm having a good time. Right? Trust me, I am having a good time. I'm not acting like fucking is a chore. No, I'm having a great time. But what I'm seeing in front of me is whatever good time I'm having, this bitch is having it times 10.
Right.
Because she's yelling my name. I'm not yelling her name. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit feel good. But she's on some, oh my God, right there. It feels so good. And I'm like,
Facts.
and I'm like, yo, it's so interesting when you really have a chick in those vulnerable. Shout out to Kay Zagan. He says if women aren't campaigning for your affection and attention beyond the bedroom, they really don't see you as valuable.
Facts. Shout out to Kay Zagan. Real talk.
I'm like, and it's so ridiculous. Like guys like us, we see women in this position all the time. So when a chick is acting funny, we be looking at them like, really, bitch? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Be gone. Right? So, okay. So to get to the topic. So what I want to remind guys is that when you think they're giving you something, you're also giving them a whole lot.
Right.
You understand? So for you, so when a chick is only giving you sex, she's only giving you the opportunity to do more work.
Right.
And expel more energy and bestow the energy and time and attention on her. Remember, I told you guys this a long time ago as well. Sex is there's this thing called sexual attention. You understand? And women siphon that from us as well. Yo, it's a lot of. I told you, women out there most women out there are very, very insecure. You understand? I'm always pushing this dude shit, but it's good shit. Shout out to Sterling Cooper. He has a book called How to Seal the Deal. In one of the sections of the book, he talks about either turning the lights off or only having like candlelight and shit at your crib. Why? Because chicks are insecure.
That's facts. Man, listen, I remember years ago, bro, there was this one chick, and I thought she was hot, but she was so insecure about her body, she would not let me turn the lights on. Like, ever. I was like, what the fuck?
That's what I was about to say. Even the hot ones, sometimes, especially the hot ones. Right? So you have so many women out there, as much as they try to act like, oh, well, if you just want sex from me, then you could go ahead and swipe left because blah, blah, blah. And if you just want a booty call, I ain't that type of girl and this, that, and the third. But other than all that bullshit they be saying, a lot of times a woman just wants somebody to validate her sexuality.
Right.
She just wants somebody who's willing to give her the green light to get naked and share sexy time with her.
Right.
Unless she actually does that, she doesn't truly know if she's even sexy at all. And again, I sound like I'm rambling, but I'm bringing up all these different little things to remind fellas how much value they bring to a bitch when they decide to give her when they decide to engage in sexual relations. You understand? Because we're not the insecure ones. We want pussy. Yeah, we want pussy. We want to have sex. We want to engage into the activity. But at the same time, not many of us are like, oh man, I'm insecure. I don't want to turn on the lights because I don't want her to see me. No, nigga, we just focus on trying to get up in there, right?
Right.
And to have a good time. But what I'm saying is, women, on the other hand, they have a lot of shit going on in their brain. They have this insecurities, and they're looking towards you to give them that sexual attention. You understand?
Right.
When you kissing on a woman's neck and you licking her and you touching her and you doing all this shit, other than the physical act of you enjoying yourself touching her body,
right?
She is getting a feeling of validation. Because you're literally saying to her, damn, you are sexy. Your body is sexy. Right. I want to be close to you. I want to be inside you. I want to feel you. I want to smell you. I want to lick you. I want to taste you. That's what you're saying to a woman when you're doing all that shit. And when you're saying those things to her physically, or, you know, if you like to talk dirty and you whisper in the ear and say those things, either way, it doesn't matter. She is feeling hella validated.
Right.
Hella validated. Even if you just one of them niggas that just get straight to it and pound the pussy. And even in that instance, there's a part of her that feels validated, just for the simple fact that there is literally a guy interested in sticking his dick inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because like I said, even the hot ones, because a lot of the hot ones, they're hot, but unless she's actually getting dick, she still don't truly know. You understand? You know, what a man is willing to do to be close to her.
Right.
And so when you choose to be close to a woman, you're validating her. You're giving her sexual attention. And these are the things that you're providing to her. You understand? Plus, you're providing dick.
Mm.
You're giving her physical pleasure. You're giving her, you know, all that shit. And you're providing dick. You're providing validation. You're providing attention, and you're doing most of the physical work.
Mm-hmm.
So with all those things that a man brings to the table when it comes to sex, and I'm not saying she don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because women, they give great dome and all that cool shit they be doing too. They do a lot of shit too. Don't get me wrong.
Mm.
But I'm just saying, if you're looking at the fact that all of the stuff you doing as a man, if a woman is only giving you sex, you're losing. You're on the losing end of the deal. You're on the short end of the stick. You get what I'm saying?
That's what they don't get. Because, see, a lot of times, guys, the reason why they get fooled is because since a lot of guys are thirsty for pussy, and callers, we're going to get to y'all in a second, callers. Hold on. The reason why they're so thirsty for pussy is because they don't get it enough. So what happens is that the pussy becomes the prize to the man. Now, when the pussy becomes the prize to the man and the woman sees that the pussy is the prize to you, then she sees you as less valuable, because she says, oh damn, all I got to do is give him this and I can extract whatever I want from this motherfucker. And on top of that, what happens is that think about it this way. If a woman is dealing with or talking to a few guys, right, and she encounters a bunch of dudes, right, you have some guys over here who's so thirsty for pussy, and then some guys over here who aren't thirsty for pussy. Now, all the guys want pussy, but these guys are thirsty. These guys are not, right? The guys who are not thirsty for pussy are way more attractive, right? Now, the women don't necessarily know exactly why they're not thirsty for pussy, but they know they're not thirsty for pussy. So then what that says to her is, damn, well, maybe there's something different about him. Maybe he has girls who want to fuck with him. And if he has girls who want to fuck with him, that means he's attractive. But these other guys who's thirsty for pussy, maybe they don't have girls who want to fuck with them. Maybe there's something weird about them, why girls don't want to fuck with them. So then therefore, he's not that attractive. So even though those guys who are thirsty for pussy, right, even though they're not that attractive, I can still utilize them to give me resources and whatever the fuck I need, right? But what happens is that because they know they're thirsty for the pussy, they say, all I need to do is give them the pussy, because that's all they require, because they're thirsty for it. Versus the guy who's not thirsty for the pussy, she knows, damn, well, I got to actually do something else more for this guy in order to keep him interested. And on top of that, he's the more attractive guy, which is what I want in the first place anyway. Exactly. So in order for me to keep him interested, I got to do something more. You see what I'm saying? And so you, as a man who has game, you need to understand this, so that when you're dealing with her, you require more from her and more out of her, and therefore she will follow suit and she will listen to your direction. She will actually cooperate, because she's trying to get into your good graces to be able to be around a man like you. You see what I'm saying? But see, the funny part is that when dudes don't understand game, right, and they're just looking at it from the perspective of getting pussy, you see what I'm saying? Then what happens is they're like, man, you know, shit, like, they start thinking like, oh, I'm winning because I'm able to fuck this girl or fuck that girl. But then what happens is that they're the same type of guys that keep getting played. The same type of guys that when they meet a girl, the girl ends up running the show, or they don't know what the fuck is going on, because they've never really been in a situation where they understood their worth as men, and then how they actually interact in relation to women to get women to do more things or to get more out of a woman. You see what I'm saying? Because they're so caught up on the sex. This is why, if you notice, a lot of guys who have issues, for example, with me being in an open relationship, they're like, Locario, I don't understand how do you with your wife and she has sex with. It's because they're just so focused on the sex. You see what I'm saying? When you're so focused on the sex, which is like the most regular, basic part of the whole interaction, you know what I'm saying? That shows your level where you're at when you're thinking about the sex. So that translates to when you're fucking with the girl. And therefore, she's not gonna, because what's the biggest fucking thing dudes say all the time? Oh, well, she ain't gonna go for that. Right. Girls ain't gonna go for that, right?
Go for that shit.
Right. And see, guys, that's their perspective, that she's not gonna go for that, because women have never been going for anything for these guys, because all these guys want is pussy. So of course she's not gonna go for that, because she has no incentive to go for that. When she has incentive to go for it, she will go for that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what dudes don't get. She has no incentive to go for that. That's why she's not going for that. That's why you're having those fucking experiences of her not going for that. Because why should she go for that when all you require is pussy? You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys got to understand.
And you know, and to kind of add to that, if all you require is pussy, then you don't know the value of yourself. And you don't know the value of a woman.
Right.
You understand? And whether when a woman tells you no, whether she knows it or not, that's what she's telling you. Because I tell y'all niggas all the time, you attract in life who you are, not what you want. Right? You attract in life who you are, not what you want. So, the same thirsty niggas that you was talking about. They're thirsty for pussy. They want pussy. Right? But because they're so thirsty and all they want is pussy, a lot of times they don't get it.
Right.
A whole lot of the time they don't get it. But the guys that are not thirsty for pussy, what have they done? They have trained themselves to be the type of men that gets pussy.
Exactly.
You understand? And that's why at this point in the game, they're not thirsty for pussy.
Right.
Because the reason why they get pussy is because they understand how to fully utilize a woman, how to deal with a woman, how to manage a woman. And with all of those things being said, pussy comes with it.
Right.
And a woman is more willing to give a man pussy who she knows can manage, can lead, and knows how to actually deal with a woman.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. She's gonna give you the pussy, right? Because you're not thirsty for it. And she knows, look, think about it this way. The woman knows that all the guys want to fuck. The guys who are thirsty and the guys who are not thirsty. She still knows all of them want to fuck. But what she understands is that she can't play around and dangle the pussy in the face of the guy who is not thirsty. Because the guy who's not thirsty, he's like, why are you dangling the pussy in front of me? Like, I require more than that. So what would behoove you, woman, is to fucking just give me the fucking pussy and stop playing so that we could get that out the way, so then I could actually see what the fuck else we could do in this situation. And see, what happens is that because that guy is the guy she sees as more valuable, she doesn't want to play the game of dangling the pussy, because then what's going to happen is she might lose out on that guy. Because he's like, I'm not going to play this game with you, so I'm out. And she doesn't want him to actually be out, because dudes like that will actually be out. You understand what I'm saying? So now she's like, okay, I got to get this nigga the pussy. And then on top of it, I got to give him even more shit. So I got to know what the fuck this nigga want, so that I can be able to give him that in order for me to stay in this situation. You understand? And and so let me answer this question real quick. So he says, I have a woman I'm messing with that started doing stuff for me besides sex. If I decide to make a woman my girl, do I state to her that I expect her to do certain things when she comes over? Well, yeah. Well, if you're vetting a chick to be your girl, you understand what I'm saying? That's part of the vetting process. You understand what I'm saying? Seeing if she's doing what you're saying, following your lead, being submissive, all that other stuff. That's part of the whole thing. So you definitely need to do that, right? And I seen All Seeing Eye kept asking, so do we wait for sex? No, we're not talking about waiting for sex. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to get confused, okay? This is not about you waiting for sex. What we're saying is that if you're in a situation and all a woman is doing is giving you sex, that means your game is weak. One, because you didn't require anything else from her but sex. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning you have to tell her to do shit. You have to be like, look, I need some other shit to happen. That means that when you're interacting with this girl, even before y'all have sex, your whole interaction and conversation and energy towards her should be like, listen, I'm not impressed by your pussy. Cool, but I'm not impressed by that. So that means that I will leave you at any minute if I'm not feeling this right now.
Right.
See, most guys that are thirsty for pussy, they're like, I'm willing to stay and do what it takes to get it. You understand what I'm saying? So when a woman encounters a guy who she sees as valuable, and he's like, I'm not willing to wait around or to play your game or whatever it is like that, she's gonna be like, damn, am I gonna take the chance of playing games and lose this rare guy that I'm probably not gonna meet for a while? I'm not gonna meet another one like him because there's not that many like him. Am I gonna play these games and be on some stupid shit? Or am I gonna actually recognize that I have a valuable motherfucker in front of me and I'm gonna act right? Versus the guy who she meets who's thirsty, which is most niggas. And she's like, well, you know what? All I need to do to keep this thing going with this guy to give me whatever the fuck I want and utilize him is I just need to dangle the pussy. And then once she gives you the pussy, all she got to do is keep giving you the pussy. You understand what I'm saying? And then this is where you get into situations where the chick, she doesn't really respect you. She's not really trying to do anything for you. She don't give a fuck about you. She ain't trying to listen because all that was needed from the jump was for her to give you some pussy. And then you're just satisfied with that. And now she can sort of run the show by making that happen. This is why you'll have dudes who be in marriages and shit complaining that they haven't had sex in a few weeks or a month or something like that. It's because all that guy required from her is, let me tell you guys something. Do you know that a lot of niggas make women their girlfriends and wives just to keep pussy around? Like they want in-house pussy. That's why they're in the relationship. That's the number one reason why they're in the relationship. They're like, well, let me just keep this woman so I don't have to be out here trying to fuck with all these girls. I don't want to have to go and approach, and I'm tired of all of this shit. So I got this girl right here who likes me or who can put up with me. So I'm just going to wife her up and then keep her as my girlfriend so I don't have to worry about getting pussy so I can have some in-house pussy.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I've heard men actually say that, like, yo, I'm too lazy to go back out there and try, so I'm gonna just marry this bitch. And I'm like, but bro, like I've seen it with my own two eyes.
It's crazy.
Yo, I've had niggas in relationships come stay with me, come stay at my crib for weeks.
Right.
I was like, yo, if she call you, tell her you haven't seen me.
Right. Right. And
then a couple months later, niggas is getting married to the same bitch.
Exactly.
And that same nigga is like, yeah, I just don't want to go back out here. I just don't want to go back out there and fuck with the dating game because she, you know what I'm saying? We already here. But see, that's that complacency shit. Now, that's that complacency shit on that end of the conversation, that end of the spectrum. But if you would a chick, any chick you with, and you seeing her for an extended period of time and all she's giving you is pussy, that again is complacency.
Right.
Because if I'm taking my time and giving you all of this dick and you screaming my name and all this shit, bitch, you better buy a nigga outfit or something.
Exactly, right, for real. That's facts. That's facts.
Like, look, man. It's some niggas out there that's dicking bitches down and the bitch at their house, at the bitch's house, and the bitch don't even offer these niggas a bottle or a glass of water, nothing.
Exactly, right.
Look, let me tell you something. Sex don't equate to love or even like or even respect. Exactly. You feel me? And my thing is, I don't care if it's just a pump and dump. I don't care if it's a friends with benefits. I don't care if it's a one night stand. I feel like I gotta have a bitch's respect before anything. You understand? Even if it's just to kind of minimize the potential of all that Me Too type shit or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Like that's the reason why I'm the type of dude. I don't really fuck with like one night stands necessarily. I like going on dates so I can sit and talk with a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So she can get to know the type of nigga she fucking with. So even if we do fuck on that first night, at least you had a chance to get a taste or a glimpse of the type of nigga you fucking with.
Exactly.
So if you do decide to fuck me tonight, it's like, okay, well, he already told me what it was, this and that. You know, I got a chance to, and I get a chance to see if you're worthy of my dick.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, because complacency, being satisfied with simple shit is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, this is why I don't really give a fuck about the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I didn't fucking flinch when they said they might put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill.
Right.
All of that type of shit is low hanging fruit.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck that you got a hashtag that says Black Lives Matter while niggas is still dying in the street by the hands of white police officers.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do I give about some slogan or some hashtag?
Mm-hmm.
But the average motherfucker though, the average citizen, oh, Black Lives Matter. Let's wear t-shirts and let's have armbands and put it everywhere. Every time you post, hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Meanwhile, all the white people still hate your fucking guts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got to be careful with complacency. Now listen, if you have a situation where all you want from a bitch is sex,
mm-hmm.
that's cool, but she still gotta act right though.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because look, anytime you spend time with a person, there's always the attitude, there's always how they relate to you other than the physical activity. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of things that go with sex, because no matter how you want to slice it, she's a person and you're a person. Mm-hmm. And you guys are interacting. Now, you're interacting for a specific purpose of sex, but there's a way that sex can happen.
Right.
And there's a certain way that she can deal with you. There's a certain way that she can look at you. Like I had a bitch. And me and this chick, that's all we did was fuck. We never went out. We didn't do shit. All we did was fuck. But she used to do this thing where she bit my lip a little bit too hard.
Right.
You understand? Because she was getting all hot and bothered or whatever. So she bit my lip. And the first time I said, don't do that. You're doing it too hard. Then the next time she came to the crib and we smashing, she bit the shit out of my lip. I stopped. I pulled my dick out of her and I said, listen, I told you do that shit too fucking hard. Now, either figure out how you can do it so it's not that hard or stop fucking biting me. I already told you this shit. She's like, I'm sorry. I just won't do it. Now, sex is sex, right? But if this bitch is biting you, you just gonna keep letting her bite you just for the sake of sex? Or are you gonna check that bitch?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's where shit like respect and all that other type of shit comes in. Cause you got, bro, I know chicks who, like when they tongue kiss, when they French kiss, they suck the shit out of your tongue. Like they really suck
like they trying to pull the tongue out your fucking face and shit. Yeah.
Bro. And it's niggas out there who won't say nothing because they're just so happy that their tongue is in a bitch's mouth.
Right.
I'm the type of nigga to be like, hey, calm that shit down. Mm-hmm. That shit is uncomfortable for me. Calm it down. And it takes a bitch that at least respects you to be like, all right, cool. Let me not do that shit so hard. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So even in the activity of sex, shit like respect and thoughtfulness is still required, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if a bitch is only giving you sex, if sex is the only thing, even with that, there's levels. There's respect. There's regard. There's, her. If you check her on some shit, like for example, see, and this is a huge reason why you got to have your self-respect intact and you can't be complacent, right? Mm-hmm. You got a fuck buddy. And she didn't tell you, but she want to try some booty shit. She want to stick shit in your ass. She want to suck her thumb and stick her thumb in your ass while y'all fucking. Right? Now, are you going to be complacent and just be happy to have the sex? Or are you going to tell that bitch, don't go nowhere near my ass, bitch, or this is over.
Right.
It's a good amount of y'all niggas that will let a bitch play with your ass just so you could keep fucking the bitch.
Right.
And that's not right. That is not.
So, yo, hold on. So, listen, guys, we're going to take some calls. Guys, the calling number is 516-371-2224, 516-371-2224. Donation rules are in effect. Hit that donate button at the top. Before you call, let's get a cracking. So, let's go to 818. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Locario. What's up, Miles? It's Grand Cam. How are
What's
you?
up? Oh, Cam, what up with you, baby?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, guys? So, I haven't called into your guys' show in a while. I'm going to send a donation right after the call. This content, this information that you guys are providing is game. And Miles, to your point about you saying this is ramble, absolutely not, man. This is everything you guys are saying is gold. And I want to show to the audience that I have achieved what Miles and Locario have been speaking about throughout this whole stream. Through doing the work and calling into the show multiple times and applying myself, I understand what these guys are talking about now. And it's hilarious because I share this advice back to guys now and I spread the message that you guys are saying. And what I tell guys is like, listen, girls, they leave you because you don't provide any substance into their life.
Right.
All you're doing is just dipping them down. You can get that from any other guy.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's facts.
So I explain to them that you need and I tell them, like, listen, for one of my friends who's very big into self-development, he's like all about posting motivational quotes on Instagram, everything. I say, listen, so what's your situation with this one girl? It's this Russian girl. He took her out to dinner. He's been seeing her, but he's like, I'm not really into her. Well, I said, well, if you're not really into her, then why do you even see her in the first place? He's like, well, I just want to dick her down. I said, well, bro, if you're not that into her, why don't you make her the most attractive version of herself that she can be in your eyes and coach her and show her the ropes. Tell her how to do it. And then he's like, oh, I never thought about it that way. I said, well, listen, even if you're not going to ever marry this girl or make her your girlfriend, get her prepared for the next guy that's going to meet her.
Right. That's facts. See, dudes don't be thinking about it like that. And also, even like you said, he can create a situation where he starts to like her more because she's with him at any given moment while she's with him. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, they don't know how to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's funny because this is something that only the 1% of us guys are going to ever achieve. This is such like different level of thinking, but it's the reality. Like, this is the truth. This is how life's supposed to work for all guys, but not every guy's ready for this. And I think this correlates to why you guys say that not all men are ready for the game. Is that why you guys say that?
Oh yeah, well that's what it is. That's definitely
one of the reasons. One of the reasons, definitely.
Right. Nah, that's real shit.
Absolutely. So anyway, guys, I'll let you go to the next caller. I just want to say thank you guys for, of course, your message. Miles, I'm looking forward to doing a stream with you soon. And Locario, I got my stream coming up with you soon as well.
That's what's up, man.
Ready for round two with you, Miles.
Appreciate it, my brother. All right,
easy, man. Be safe.
Peace. All right, so let's go to 646. 646.
Hey, what's up? It's Shia from Brooklyn.
Shia, what's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. The Cash App.
What up?
So what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just chiming in my 2 cents to the topic. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that if women only give you sex, your game is weak. Now, I think that it could be weak, but I don't think if you running your game like that, where all you want is sex, because you're busy doing, what you do with your business and stuff like that, you probably don't even want to entertain, anything more. So, because some men might just meet women the same day and have sex with them. So the woman never really get to see them beyond sex. They never really get to see the man, you know what I'm saying, as someone who has more character. So I think if you're running a game like that, then that's how you're running a game. And you could deal with women in a way where they see your value and then they're going to, try to do more, contribute more because they have to. But I don't think it's just across the board that if, you know what I'm saying, if that's all you're getting, that your game is weak. That could be a game.
Well, well, the thing is this: you got to understand something too. See, there's always going to be exceptions to certain things, but what you have to understand is this, right? If you're the type of guy, think about this. Usually, when you're the type of guy who only wants sex from women, it's usually because you're not getting sex. You understand what I'm saying? Think about this. If you're think about this. If let's say every day, right? Let's say every day you was getting sex from hot chicks 7 days a week, 2-3 times a day, whenever the fuck you want it. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Do you think at some point you would want to do something else or want something else going on? Or you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you think at some point you would get so used to it that you probably want something else out of the situation?
Yeah, true. But listen, there's guys in the hood, man, that they just got that edge, right? They just want sex, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they good at getting it because it's just in them, right? They got that swag, so to speak. And they be wanting sex, you know what I'm saying? They see a woman like they want sex, whether you know, now, years from now, 10 years, like they want sex.
No, I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that, see, there's most guys, I'm gonna say, you know, I don't like to say all for anything, but I'd say all guys want sex. You understand what I'm saying? I'll go crazy and say that. But now what I'm saying is the difference between guys who want sex, right? And then guys who just want sex. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's two different things.
I want to say something real quick because again, sex is never just sex. Now, check this out. If you have chicks out there, you know, let's just say you create some type of situation with a chick where it's a friends with benefits or a fuck buddy situation, right? However, she's always dictating when. You understand? Like you be like, look, I'm free Saturday, but she'd be like, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm only free on Sunday, so you got to come see me then. You be like, yeah, but I got to go pick up my son. Not well, you ain't getting none of this pussy then. Right. But then the guy, because he just wants sex, he's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna be late to pick up my child and I'm gonna go fuck this chick. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a chick that says, oh, you want sex? Well, listen, you only can hit it from the back. Right. You can't do nothing else. And you be like, what? Bitch, I like to fuck all types of positions. That's not me. I don't do that. You're like, well, if you fucking me, you can only hit it from the back. And then you have, what I'm saying is you have guys who they will submit to that shit simply for the sex because they think they're actually getting something valuable because it's sex and they don't really understand what they're doing. You feel me? So it's not just about like the woman giving you something. It's as a man what you're willing to settle for. Right. Because sex has moving parts. There's scheduling, there's details of sex, positioning, all this type of shit. And what I'm saying is guys got to be careful that even though they're getting sex, they have to really look at what they're getting. Because if the chick says some dumb shit like, oh, you could, you know, I don't give you no head, but you got to eat my pussy if you want to have sex. Right, exactly. Exactly. And the sad part is when guys have that mentality that, oh, well, at least I'm getting pussy. When you have that type of mentality, you're going to subscribe to that shit. And that's the part that's really dangerous. Right, because you gotta understand something. Even when we talk about tricking, think about tricking. The reason why a guy will even trick, get an escort, try to do all this other stuff is because he just wants sex. You understand what I'm saying? He just wants sex because he's not getting it. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you guys to understand the correlation. You know when they say like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? It's that same mentality. When a guy's having a lot of sex, right? Or when a guy can get sex, right? Mm-hmm. He's not thinking about sex because he's full of sex. He's like, yo, I'll be fucking all week or whatever it is. You know, if I don't do it today, I'm not gonna die. It's okay. It's whatever, right? Now a guy who hasn't had sex in 6 months, right? He's like, all I want is sex because I haven't had sex in 6 months. I ain't trying to do nothing, talk. I'm not trying to eat. I just want to do that thing. So what happens? So what I'm saying is,
go ahead.
Now go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry. Let me ask you this because the thing is, when you dating a woman and stuff like that, you always say on the first date you should get sexual, make it about sex because you want to see if she's interested. So So what category do you put yourself into when you first meet the woman? You need to be sexual. Don't you come across as a guy who just wants sex because you just met her?
No, you still. The reason why you're doing that is because you have to test her to see if she's not a time waster. That's why you're doing it.
Okay.
But also, what you have to understand is this: even on the date or when you're interacting with her, what you're displaying is that your whole energy is of a guy who's feeling her out. You understand what I'm saying? So like if I'm on a date with a girl, right, and I'm flirting with her, I'm building sexual tension, I'm doing all this other stuff. At the same time, I am still feeling her out to see if she's the type of girl I want to fuck with. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, what happens is like this times I've been on dates and I could have had sex with the girl and I didn't have sex with the girl because I was like, this chick is fucking crazy. She's a weirdo. I'm not even trying to take her home. I'm not trying to do nothing with this girl. Like after I leave this bar, I'm never talking to this girl again. You understand what I'm saying? So I noticed that through feeling that girl out. Now, there's the other situation where I'm feeling the girl out, and also while I'm feeling her out, she's feeling me out too. Right now, what happens is when she's feeling me out, she's able to discern whether or not I am the type of guy who's thirsty or not. You understand what I'm saying? Now, because I'm not the thirsty guy, what happens is that's why I usually get the sex easier, because she can tell I'm the type of guy that can get sex whenever the fuck I want. You see what I'm saying?
So are you saying that you can be? So are you saying that you can kind of imply or insinuate sex and be sexual on the first date, but not come off as thirsty?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that all of that is still internal, because what you have to understand is this: is that what happens is that it's about being a certain type of guy. Hold on, I'm gonna put you on hold for a second because I'm hearing all that shit in the background. I'll put you on hold for a second. I'm gonna bring it back in. What you guys gotta understand, it's about being that type of guy, right? So what happens is, and I can use like a business example just to get you guys to understand, right? Let's say you have a person, let's say you have two artists, right? Two artists, and they want to both make it in the music industry, right? You have artist A and artist B, right? Now, artist A, he's out there grinding, he's doing his thing, he's making shit happen, he's out there building his fan base and all this other stuff, right? Now, because he's built his fan base up, he's able to make some money without having a record deal or whatever, right? Artist B is out there struggling. He's not really going to the studio as much, but he want to make it, but he's kind of lackadaisical or whatever. But he also wants a record deal. He also wants to be famous and successful, right? What happens is artist A, right? He has his own fan base. He's doing his own thing. He's making his own money, right? Now, both these guys get offered a record deal, right? Now, artist A goes to the label, comes to artist A and say, "Hey, we're prepared to give you, $200,000 advance or whatever, right?" And he's looking at them like, "Man, that sounds cool, but I'm already making this amount of money on my own, so we got to negotiate some shit or whatever." And then the label's like, "Shit, okay, listen. Matter of fact, we'll give you $500,000. We just wanted this to go down because we see how valuable you are as an artist, and we see how much people fuck with you, and we want to be a part of what you're doing." Now, artist B, they go to artist B, and they're like, "Listen, we're gonna offer you $70,000 for the record deal." And then artist B is like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'll take it. Where do I sign? You understand? Because artist B is so thirsty, they didn't even gotta offer him $200,000. They just offer that nigga $70,000. You understand what I'm saying? But artist A, they're like, "Shit, this nigga, he's valuable. He's this, he's that. So I'm willing to not only give him a deal, not only put up this much, but I'm putting up more than I was originally gonna do, because I see this is the type of guy he is. He's already come to this situation this valuable." The artist B, he came to the situation with hardly nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that when you're the type of guy who already has women that you're fucking with, you're already confident, you already have that energy, that swag, that charm, and chicks gravitate to you and they fuck with you, and you're already having that interesting dating life. When you step to the next girl and you're still flirting with her, building sexual tension, which is what you should do because you want to see how she's going to respond to that. When you're doing that, she sees already that you're that guy because you are that guy. Now, if you're not that guy and you're the type of guy who hasn't had sex in 6 months and haven't been on a date in half a year, you understand what I'm saying? When you go up to her on the date, she's going to already see that you're thirsty, basically based off of how you're coming at her, the things that you're saying, the way that you're moving is all going to dictate that. See, you got to understand something. The way that your actions are going to, or I should say this, your thoughts and how you feel about yourself and the things that you've been experiencing is going to come out in your actions. So the guy who's thirsty, right? His actions are going to dictate he's a thirsty nigga because that's his experience, because he's like, look, I haven't fucking had sex in 6 months. The other guy who's not thirsty, he just had sex that morning. You understand what I'm saying? With some other chick. You see what I mean? So even though both of them will try to be flirting with the girl, it's going to be two different types of energies. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like if a person hasn't eaten in 2 days versus a person who just ate 10 minutes ago. The person who just ate 10 minutes ago, they're full. The person who hasn't eaten in 2 days, he's like, yo, can I get some food? Can I get a bread? Damn, I'm starving. Let me get some. You see what I'm saying? Two different energies. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? But Sha, I'm going to bring you back in. All right, so you hear that?
Yeah, I get it. So you pretty much got to be a little bit more smooth and calm with your flirting, because for the guy who gets the woman versus the guy who hasn't had it in a while and is thirsty, he's going to be more. It's going to come off as a thirsty energy, I guess.
Right, but see, it's even deeper than that, though. It's not even about coming off that way. It's about being that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's about becoming that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Shia, if you became the guy who starts making a lot of money, right? And you're balling and you're getting a lot of shit popping with your business, are you going to be the type of guy who has to ask me for $20 to borrow?
Nope.
Exactly, because you're the guy who doesn't need to do that. You see what I'm saying? But if you're the type of guy who's broke, who ain't doing shit, who's just a bum, you're gonna be the type of guy asking, can he borrow $20? So it's not about like coming off a certain way. It's about you will be that way based off of the guy that you are being. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. So that's why when I tell dudes step up their game, actually be on point, actually get out here, start talking to women, actually have some experiences, then you become that guy who's not thirsty, and then women will be throwing the pussy at you because every time you're dealing with a woman, she's going to see that you're that guy who doesn't need it. And that's when they want to give it to you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
Makes sense.
All right, my brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm a holler.
Right. Be safe out there, man.
Peace. All right, so let's go to 516, then 504-240, then 412. 516, what's popping?
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jay calling. I donated, by the way.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the donation. So what's going on?
Hey, so my question is similar to the guy that just called in. So like I basically have a roster, and I have my girls that I just consider them fucks. I don't even consider them friends with benefits or anything like that. Like I literally, they just, we meet up at my crib and then we fuck, we go out there, maybe we'll chill for a little bit, and then they get moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm wondering like, what things could they really do for me in that situation? Because I do remember you saying like when you're vetting a chick out, it should be like 6 months before you even like go to a restaurant with them. You know what I'm saying? Get some food or whatever.
Right.
In the meantime, though, but like, what could they really do for me other than fuck or maybe roll my weed? You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. If they're not even around like that, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, this is the thing. Some chicks you just gonna fuck, and that's gonna be what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm talking about is in its entirety, meaning that if you're the type of guy, right? For example, like let's say you're the type of guy who's been, doing your thing, you've been fucking around with chicks for years, you fuck around, do your shit, right? What I'm saying is, like, for example, we had guys who called up to the show. I remember there was one guy that called up to the show and he said he had sex with like 90 women or something like that, or 100 women or some shit. And then he was still confused and all over the place when it came to like dealing with women, right? And so what I'm saying is that think about what you want to do in your life, right? And so it doesn't have to be every girl you fucking, but what I'm saying is that what is the girls contributing to your life? You understand what I'm saying? To make your life easier, because what I'm saying is they're there anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, like let's say if you had somebody, let's say you had a friend, right? And they said, yo, you know, can I stay at your crib? Cause, you know, I got kicked out of my house because I fucking lost my job and blah, blah, blah. So you're like, all right, cool. You can stay on the couch or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, this nigga ends up being at your crib for like 5-6 months, staying on the couch, right? Now, let's say he's just super broke. He ain't got no money to pay the half the rent. You say, listen, man, you've been here for a minute, man. Can you chip into for the rent? And he's like, fuck, I ain't really got no money, right? So you're like, all right, you ain't got no money. Fuck it. Can you at least sweep up around here, wash the dishes, do something? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're here anyway. So why are you just here taking up space? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what else are you doing to contribute in this situation while you're here? So what I'm saying is that for women.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, so what I'm saying is, yeah, there are some girls who you might fuck here, like, you know, once or twice here and there, and, you know, just keep doing it with another girl here and there. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to have women in your life, what are these women doing in your life besides just fucking you? Because it could be something as simple as, yo, there's this girl I'm fucking, and, you know, she was coming over to the crib. I told her to pick up some fucking paper towels and some plastic plates and spoons for my house and shit. She came through and did it. That's her at least doing something for you outside of sex. You understand what I'm saying? In that moment. So that's what I'm saying is, like, with all of these girls you fucking and all these girls you're dealing with and all these girls you're spending time with, are they doing anything? Have they volunteered to do anything? You understand what I'm saying? Have they shown that they wanted to, like, be with you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, have they done any of that?
Well, like I said, it depends on the girl. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, different women got different interests, and also depends the levels of interest, and then also depends on what I want from the girls too. But I like, from a logistical standpoint, that's what I was asking. I think I get what you're saying. It's like, when you choose to promote them from a fuck to like a friends with benefits, then, you know, obviously they hang around you more. They're gonna be expected to do some more stuff. So that's the gist of what you're saying generally, right?
Right. That's all I'm saying, is that the more women is around you, you understand, or just women in general, right? You want to get into the habit already of them doing it could be, I'm telling you, it could be the simplest little thing. Like, a chick could be in your crib, and then you tell her to fucking go outside in the front and grab the fucking newspaper for you and bring it back in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the littlest shit she could do.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that is like getting into the habit of having a girl understand that she has to do more than just fuck you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is that you have to say to her, listen, I'm different than these other motherfuckers. Like, all these dudes want to fuck you. All of them. You understand? You can get dick from any of these niggas, right? So what it is that, and I can get pussy from any of these chicks. Right? All of these chicks got a vagina. So what makes you stand out? What makes you special for me to even keep fucking with you? So if I meet a chick and I fucked her like 3 or 4 times or whatever, and let's say I'm spending a little bit more time with her, what incentive do I have to keep spending time with you? You understand? Because I can fuck another girl the same way I'm fucking you. So what incentive do I have to keep fucking with you? You see what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that, right, and this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you have to also look at yourself and say, what is it that I'm doing in my life? Because you know, guys always talk about being on their purpose and getting their money up and doing whatever. So if we're all being on our purpose and getting our money up and doing all this shit, why aren't the women actually contributing to that? That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean?
Right. And so, all right, so I also see another point you're making, which is basically another part of the vetting process is you got to check to see if, you know, they're just volunteering to do shit for you.
Right.
And also, you know, if they're following your directions, even if it's something simple.
Right.
So, and then if they're doing that, then yeah, that's a green light if you want to promote them to the next level.
Exactly.
That's what
Caller, let me ask you a question. When you smash these chicks, they come into your crib?
most of the time, I mean, like I travel a lot for work. So sometimes, like, you know, let's say I live in New York, but let's say I'm working in Jersey and the chick lives in Jersey. I'm already out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go by her crib, stop by, fuck her, and, you know, whatever. That's how it works.
Okay, but usually they come to your crib though.
Most of the time, I would say.
Okay, so they come to your crib, y'all smash, and then they just go home?
I mean, like, we might chill, smoke some weed for like.
Wait, okay, wait, stop. So, you invite these bitches to forgive me. You invite these chicks to a safe haven that you're maintaining, and you probably pay rent, right? You pay rent?
I pay a mortgage.
Okay, you pay a mortgage, right? Okay, so you got your mortgage for a space that you own, or you know you're paying off. So they come to a safe space. They get dick, attention, and weed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And at the beginning of the call, you didn't see what the fuck we were talking about.
Right.
No. It depends. You know what I mean? Like.
It don't depend. It don't depend on nothing. It don't depend on nothing, bro. There's no depend, because remember, we supposed to be keeping our game the same for every bitch, right? Mm-hmm. So it don't depend on shit. What I'm trying to say is that you're providing a lot. Mm-hmm. You're providing a lot. So for you to say that it's okay that you're just getting sex from these chicks is unacceptable if you know your own value. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this to necessarily even disagree with you. I'm just trying to make a point in general to anybody that's listening. Like, yeah, a lot of us, because we, you know, sex feels good and so on and so forth. It's like, y'all niggas don't think there's anything else to it. But point taken, it's not like y'all meeting up at a hotel and y'all splitting the bill on a hotel. No, this bitch is coming to your domain. Mm-hmm. She probably sometimes they need to shower, don't they? Yes or no?
I mean, I haven't had a girl shower in a minute. Usually, they don't stay long enough. Usually,
they don't stay long enough, but they still using your space. They get a drink of water. You serve them any drinks, anything like that?
Yeah. A bottle of water, you know, my bed. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's never just sex. It's never just sex. I mean, of course, all the examples that I'm making are simple things, right? Mm-hmm. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's never just sex. So even if you say, "Oh, all I do with these chicks is smash and that's it," bro, it's never just sex, bro. It's
right. And also, guys, you got to understand, because Lotto Guru in the chat said, "What if sex is all you just want from her, Miles?" See, this is the thing. If you know what's funny? If all you want is sex from a chick, right? There's like, what's the reason of consistently fucking that one girl? You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, like, this is what I'm saying. If all you want is sex, cool. I fucked you today. I might fuck you, I don't know, 2-3 weeks later, might fuck you again another month and a half, might fuck you again 6 months down the line, here and there, whatever, once in a blue moon. But if I'm seeing you like every damn week and we fucking, you understand what I'm saying? And you're getting a lot of my time because you're seeing me damn near 4 or 5 times a month sometimes, right? What happens is that I'm giving you dick, right? I'm giving you attention, right? I'm interacting with you on a consistent basis, right? So therefore, it's not really just me getting or wanting sex. It's like, now what happens is that I'm giving you more of me. You understand what I'm saying? You're getting more of me. So if I'm giving you more of me, I need more of you. You understand? I need more out of this situation, right? Because unless you just meeting a girl, y'all don't say nothing to each other, y'all don't look each other in the eye, y'all just get to fucking and y'all kick each other out. She's getting some form of interaction with a man. You understand? So what happens is that, remember, a woman wants your attention, right? Smart women want your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And women who are geniuses are trying to figure out a way to stay with you so that they can level up, right? So now, if I'm consistently having you in my space, what happens is that I'm getting pussy, right? And if I'm just getting the pussy, that's all I'm getting. But she's getting dick. She's getting attention. She's getting the upgrade. You understand what I'm saying? She's getting to be with a real fucking man. She's getting all of this shit, but I'm only getting pussy. That don't sound like a good trade-off to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're trying. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You see what I mean? So y'all are looking at it like y'all winning because y'all just getting the pussy, but y'all giving this chick so much time, energy, and attention.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Caller. Let me ask you a question as well. When you're actually in the act of fucking these broads, right? Are you yelling their name or they yelling your name?
Nah, of course they're yelling my name. But it's funny because I was literally fucking this chick last night, and I fuck with a fucking passion. I was thinking, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like I should be fucking charging these bitches.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Bro, listen. Let me tell you something, my nigga. I'm telling you, every real nigga has thought that at one point. Every real motherfucker has thought that at one point when he was with, at least one point when he was with a chick, has thought that. And that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you're doing it.
I got a question, man. My question is for Miles too. You know what I'm saying? It's because I feel that way, but I'm trying to figure out, like, what can this chick really, like, practically and logistically bring to me, like, at first. You know, I'm talking about, like, the first few times we're smashing. You know what I'm saying? Getting into a rhythm, because they don't really stay for that long. Like, I don't want them taking up my time like that at first, at least. So other than, you know what I'm saying, them giving me some weed or whatever, some drinks, whatever the fuck, like, what else could they really do in that situation? Because I have my own business as well.
Right,
I'm not going to fucking trust them to.
Right, it's not even. Right, no. But this is the thing. This is the thing. It's not even about that. It's not even about that yet. What it is also this too. It's not even just about what they're bringing on a tangible level. It's also the intangibles. Meaning that if I'm talking to a girl, right, like I was on a date with this chick, and I said to her, I forgot what the fuck I basically told her to do something. And then she was like being resistant. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm expecting from her is cooperation. You understand? So what happens is that we're not even talking about sex and we're not even having sex yet, but I'm seeing, what is she giving me right now? Is she giving me cooperation or resistance? I want cooperation. So if I'm seeing that the girl is giving me cooperation already, and that's happening, that's already her giving me something. You see what I'm saying? That's already her giving me something outside of sex, which is cooperation. So it doesn't have to necessarily be just a tangible thing of her, like, let's say, buying you something or bringing you something or whatever it is like that. It's just the overall situation and experience and the interaction that you're having with her, where she's showing you or doing certain things or making certain things happen that are a benefit to you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do.
Okay.
You feel what I mean?
At least get the bitches to bring you more bitches. Are they doing that for you?
I'm just starting to get into that part of the game right now, so I'm working in it. I just
listen, bro. Listen,
got her own chick or whatever.
Look, the basic thing you need to understand is that it's never just sex. Okay. It's never just sex. So you have to, and you can't be complacent just because you get in, just because you're having sex with a chick. Because I'm getting tired of saying just because a bitch is giving you something. Right. They really not. They really fucking not. But just because you're having sex with a chick, it don't stop right there, bro. Even if it's just a fuck buddy or it's just a fuck situation, like you said, a bitch still gotta behave correctly. She gotta have a certain level of respect. She can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, you know, she can't be biting on my lips or fucking trying to suck my tongue out my brain or some shit like that. And even if she's sucking my dick, she can't be putting too much teeth. Like, bitch, she gotta have respect. She gotta understand who and what she's dealing with. Even though we just fucking, you gotta understand the type of nigga that you're dealing with, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's never just sex, bro. Never.
And again, and this is the thing, you gotta think about what you want from the women. Meaning that, what do you want when you're dealing with a woman? How do you want it to go? How do you want her to act? How do you want her to be? What do you want her to bring to the table? All these things you should already know before you start fucking with the girl. So even if you're just hooking up with a girl, like this protocol for me to hook up with a chick. Like if I'm just hooking up with you, you still need to do certain things for me to even hook up with you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's certain things that need to happen outside of the hooking up for me to even get to the hooking up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where it's like, that's the start of you saying, okay, cool. She's like, because like I said, cooperation, right? A certain type of attitude. Is she listening to what I'm saying? If I say, hey, meet me here at this time, is there resistance to her meeting me there at this time? Are we going back and forth doing all this bullshit, right? All those things already happen even before the sex. You understand what I'm saying? And then now once we fucking, you understand what I'm saying? I might say, okay, look, I'm gonna need you to do this. I want this to pop off. You understand? But that goes with you knowing yourself. Cause like you said, you like to smoke weed. You might say some shit like, I want a chick to fucking, you know, bring me over some weed or some shit, and whatever the fuck it is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you want some dick? Next time you come through, you got to bring some weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But what I'm saying is, you got to think about what it is that because this is the thing. It's about getting in the habit of interacting with women to where you're always looking for more than just the sex, because sex is basic. You understand? I got a dick, you got pussy. We supposed to be fucking. So it's like, what more do you have? What more you got that I should be even fucking with you? That's the idea. You see what I'm saying?
100%. I totally see it now. And you know what? Thank you guys for bringing this topic up, because it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? Too many niggas think the exact opposite. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll let you guys get to the next call now.
Appreciate it, my brother. I'm holla. Peace. Yeah, that's the thing. What he said there is true. That's what a lot of dudes do. Like truthfully, you know what should actually be like? This should be like the norm. I think would be actually good as the norm is when two people decide to, like, let's say go on a date or some shit or meet up. Sex should be like it's normalized for people to meet and get coffee or meet and get a drink. It should be more normalized for people to meet and then fuck, so we can get the fucking out of the way, so I can see what the fuck you really about. So I can see, like, are you worth anything else besides this? You see what I'm saying? Because what women do is they'll leverage the fucking pussy because they know dudes want it so bad. So then women are like, let me see what I can extract out of this guy before I give him the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where shit gets all out of balance, because then now niggas think, oh, all she got to do is give me pussy, because that's all they were requiring from the jump. You see what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's go to 504. 504 is popping. Who this?
Hey, how you doing? It's Sue Brent.
What up, my brother? Appreciate it. What's going on?
I just made a quick call. I'm the guy that inspired the live stream from last night. I wanted to email about my girl going through her phone.
Oh, okay. What's good with you, man? What's going on?
I appreciate the advice, man. It was rough to see, though. I'll never do it again.
Right. So what's good with you though now?
Yeah. So I just wanted to call and say I appreciate the advice, man. That I was getting clowned in the chat, but it was cool.
Right. Right. So for those who don't know, yesterday I did a live stream, and the dude on the phone right now, he sent me an email. He said that he checked this girl's phone and he saw old videos of her getting it in with some other dude. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I did the whole video about never check a girl's phone. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see shit that you don't want to see, that's really none of your business from before, or other things that you might have a different perspective or perception on that's not really what it is or whatever. So it's just, you know, I always tell people, look, the main thing you got to focus on really is what pertains to you and what's relevant to you. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, is what is relevant to you in the situation. You see what I'm saying? And if what's relevant to you in the situation is happening in the way you want it to happen, then it's all good. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I like that lesson, man. There's some things you can't unsee. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. No, that's facts. But you know what's funny? See, a lot of guys, they think they live on an island sometimes. A lot of dudes, they be like, yo, you know, these girls out here doing this, and I only want this type of girl. I don't want a girl. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Any of you guys who are dealing with women, if you meet a girl, you go on a date, you have sex with her, you meet a girl, you hook up with this girl or whatever, 99% of the girls you meet and deal with have been with other men and done a bunch of crazy, nasty shit with other men. Period.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they, for real, they act like they don't know this shit. You see what I'm saying? And so they just be surprised and they just be on some like weird shit about it because they want to feel like that's not gonna be them or that's not gonna happen to them. They're like, oh, my girl ain't gonna know. Your girl too. Your girl. You know what I'm saying? So dudes gotta understand it.
Like that old Kanye West song with Chris Rock. He's like, you know, you're like, who taught you this?
Right, easy talking, right? Exactly.
Easy taught me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, dudes got to get over that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's life, bro. It's life. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah, but appreciate y'all, fella.
Appreciate the call, my brother.
All right, man. Take care.
So let's go to 240. 240 was popping. Who this?
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Walter, man. I donated.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Just brother.
I thought he was that troll nigga. I thought he was that troll dude for a second.
He got the troll voice. What's going on, bro?
Oh, me? Oh, nah, like not this caller that called just before me, but the call before. You know, he really like answered my question for what you guys were talking about. But I want to talk about for myself because I'm a young cat, 22, about to be moving to a new city in Chicago, and you know, I'm from Maryland, stuff like that. And my issue is that like I feel like I intimidate a lot of chicks because of, you know, how I look and me having, you know, gaming stuff, because I've been on the Bad Boy membership. I've been, you know, practicing you guys stuff, and the stuff's been working. And I remember a couple of videos back, you're talking about how like you could be intimidating, you know, by how you look and act and things of that nature. So I was wondering if there's like a different way I need to approach the game and stuff like that, or just like a different perspective, not necessarily like switch up what I'm doing, but a different way to make them feel like, because I remember saying about, you know, making them feel like, yo, that you want them, that like, you know, that they could be on my level. And like, I feel like they still don't like believe that. So I just wanted to get your 2 cents on that, you and Miles.
Right. So you're saying the issue is that, what is it? Like you're having issues with like getting shit popping with them, closing the deal, stuff like that?
Closing the deal, and then like we'll get into a conversation, and then like they'll get intimidated because of what they see on my online dating profile, my pictures, or the way I'm talking to them, or like, because I am very sexual when I talk. I'm very, you know, outgoing, bold, getting straight to the point type of guy, because you know, I'm trying to get it in. I'm a young dude, so I was just wondering like if there's a different type of way, or like just something I could possibly tweak, you know, to I guess get more situations popping in that way. Right.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm gonna give you some good news and some bad news. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What you want first? The bad news or the good news?
Hey, let's do the bad news.
Okay.
Do the bad news.
So the bad news is that you're probably at the level where, like you said, some women are intimidated by you because they see that you're good at game, right? So the bad news is that you're good at game. Now the good news is that you're good at game. You feel what I'm saying? So, no, and I'm gonna break it down, brother. I'm telling you, because I know exactly what you're talking about. See, what you have to understand is this: is that the issue that you're having is that you're on the other side. You're too on the other side of the spectrum. So what I mean is this is that you have a guy who's just terrible with women, super hopeless. He's like, unattractive. He's socially awkward. He's just whack. You understand what I'm saying? And then on the other side of the spectrum, which is you understand, you're in this area where you know how to talk to women. Chicks probably see you as charming, confident, handsome, shit like that, like interesting, but they're also intimidated by that, right? So now you're all the way on this side of the spectrum. So what's going to happen is this, is that you're going to meet women who, because they see it's fucked up, but because they see that you're so on point, their insecurities won't allow them to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, go ahead.
And the thing about it, they be trying to like give me a hard time.
Oh, of course.
Like, bro, like it's crazy because like I remember you said this before. Like I know too much for my own good, basically, or something like that.
Right. No, that's facts.
Basically what it is. That's basically what it is.
That's facts, and that's what I'm saying. Where it's a good thing, and you can look at it as a good thing and a bad thing too. Because the good thing is, like I said, is that you're good at the game, but then also the bad thing is that you're good at the game because sometimes when you're too good, you understand. Sometimes that shit backfires because what you're doing is that you're interacting with women who are insecure. So what's going to happen is either you're going to run into women who's too insecure to where they're not going to try to make anything happen off the rip. So they're going to just sort of like charge themselves to the game. And then you're going to have women who are insecure to the point where they're going to try to get you, they're going to give you a hard time because they want you to see them as more valuable before they give in. You understand what I'm saying? So now this is what you got to do.
Because LaCar, this is
now go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
This shit, like, dude, this shit's happened so many times. Like, I'll go out, a girl will see me, because, like, I'm cool with a lot of people and stuff like that, and they fuck with me, and then they see that, and then I come and talk to them. I try to flirt with them and talk to them, and, like, you know what? I got to get to know you. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to get to know you, bro. I'm trying to see what's going on tonight. I know you feeling me, because I can see she's feeling me.
Right.
She wants to get it going, but, like, there's just something in her that's like, nah, I can't do it. I can't get. It's like, fuck. Like, damn.
Right. So let me tell you how you gotta circumvent this whole shit. And this is the part that kind of sucks, but it just is what it is, bro. And
all right,
so
pen and paper.
Right. So this is what you got to do. Okay. So now what happens is that because you're gonna run into a lot of this shit, and so for all you guys listening, this is what happens when you get too like good at this shit. Sometimes women recognize that and they can get intimidated. And so the reason why they're so standoffish, or they're giving you a hard time, or they back away, or they be like, oh, I got to get to know you, all this other weird shit, is because they don't want to get so caught up into you that they end up getting played or hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens is this, is that you're going to have to spend a little bit more time, you know what I'm saying, on these chicks, seducing them. I know. I hate it too. That's what I'm saying. So now this is the thing. This is I guess I can say it's good news also too. Better is better news is this. Some women, they're going to be up to the point where you don't have to do that. Meaning that you're going to find some women who are still going to fuck with you off the back because they're just feeling you. That's still going to happen. You just got to play more of a numbers game to find those girls who are going to like really be about it. But
have that happen.
Right.
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
I agree.
But I'm telling you, most of the girls that you deal with, most of the girls you talk to, you're going to have to seduce them. You understand what I'm saying?
Damn.
I know. I hate it too.
You preach not to do this, bro.
I hate it too.
Not to do this. I'm like, fuck.
No. Ain't nothing wrong with seducing. But what I'm saying is, and when I say seduce, it doesn't have to be anything crazy or it doesn't have to be anything like insane or whatever. But what happens is this. Is that seduction, and this is the thing. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic or crazy or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this.
Okay.
You have to get them to the point where they can see that they're at your level, right? And you got to get them to the point where you sort of diminish their fear of fucking with you. You understand? Because what's happening now with all these women is that their fear of dealing with you is stronger than their desire to deal with you. So they have a desire to deal with you, but their fear of dealing with you is stronger because they're like, damn, this dude is so on point. He's probably going to fuck the shit out of me and never call me again. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that this is where seduction comes in, because you have to raise her desire or get her to desire you more than fearing being with you. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is this. You don't want to lie to the girl. You don't want to like play games or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to lean in more to getting her to understand that you want to fuck with her. You understand? I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
You have to lean in more into getting her to understand that you want to fuck with her. You understand? So like this will happen sometimes. So for example, right? You might be talking to a girl and let's say she's like, oh, you know, you seem like a player type of guy, or she might be like, oh, but
I get that a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, you seem like a player type of guy, and you know, we would have to get to know each other. But you know what? I don't know if you had this happen before, but I'll say you this will happen sometimes too. You might go out with a girl on a first date, get drinks with her, flirt with her, whatever, and then the next day or even that night, she might text you and she might say, hey, you seem really nice, but I don't know, you seem kind of like a player or something. So I think that like maybe we should just be friends or whatever. And I don't think it's gonna work out. Like, do you ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Right. So now
I've had that. Well, I had this happen recently. So like it was like in like February or something. I went out with this chick on a date or whatever.
Right.
And then literally right after the date, like because I could tell she was like very intimidated.
Right.
So I was like, yo, like, hey, you still look like you're nervous. You want to kiss me? So she was like, oh, not in here. So we went out. You know, I kissed her, and then we went back to my place, and then she was
my shit,
stuff like that. And then after the head and stuff, like, cause like she had to abruptly leave because she had to do some shit.
Right.
I texted her. I was like, hey, yo, listen, like, I had a good time. You know, let's do this again, such and such day, right?
Right.
And then she texted me back like, yeah, I'm really not feeling it. And it's like, bro, what are you talking?
Right, exactly.
Like,
that's all fear.
It's like it's crazy.
That's all fear. Because see, I could tell that your game is tight because of all that shit you're saying already right there. So what it is that when those things happen, right, you gotta lean more into letting her know that you trying to make it happen. You understand? So for example, like if that type of shit happened, you text her back and you say, hey, listen, you know, I see what you're saying, and I had a really great time with you, and I could tell that you had a really great time with me, right? And then you say to her, listen, I usually don't do this because you say something like, look, I want to see you again, but I usually don't do this. I usually don't tell women that back away that I want to see them again, but there's something about you that I actually want to continue to see and explore. So if you're willing to do that, let's make that happen. You see what I'm saying? So what it is that because she's running away because she's scared, but you got to let her know, like, yo, you ain't got to be scared. Like, I actually want to see you. I actually want to make something happen. So let's make this happen. So you're leaning more into the situation. See, this is the type of shit you got to do when chicks have like interest in you, but they're still kind of intimidated and scared. You see what I'm saying? You have to lean more into letting them know that you like them. Like, yo, I like you. You understand? Like, you see what I mean? Like a lot of guys, they do the opposite thing. They try to pretend they don't like a girl or not validate her, but that's because that's what you dudes think they need to do to get the girl to chase. But when a girl is scared and she's running away because she's intimidated, but you know she's feeling you, you have to reel her back in and be like, no, come here. Look, I'm feeling you. Let's get this shit cracking. You understand what I'm saying? But Miles, what you want to say?
Yeah, and I get that a lot. Yeah, and I get that a lot on online dating, man. They're just so intimidated, especially on Bumble, because like I just got on Bumble, start paying for it and everything, and then like, yeah, bro, man, they just act funny, bro. I'm like, because they're supposed to start the interaction. They say, hey, and whatever. I say, hey, what's up? And I say, hey, let's FaceTime real quick, let's make it happen. And I don't get a response, or it's just
caller
easy shit, man.
Caller. So in the situations that
what's the numbers game?
Right.
In the situations that you do get, further with a chick, right? How would you rate those experiences?
I mean, out of 10, would you say, Miles? I'm sorry. Would you say like out of 10? Like how much?
I said no. Fuck that out of 10 shit. I'm asking you, when you do go further with a female, when you make a connection, when you smash, and it continues, like you're going a few dates, and you and it's actually a good situation. How would you rate those situations?
Like, is it good?
Those situations, yeah, they're good, and like a lot of those situations, they get more attached in that way too. Like when I do that.
Wait.
That they get more attraction, huh?
More what?
He's more attached.
I said they get more attached when I'm in those situations, but they do go good. Yeah, they do go good. But at certain times when I didn't have like on point game, the shit backfire because I get disrespected and shit like that. But when my shit's gotten on point, a lot of them just get attached and want to always be around me and shit like that. I'm like, bro, like I got shit to do, like stuff like that. But I would say they're good experiences overall.
Okay, they're good experiences. Well, side note, you need to tighten up your game just a little bit more, because if a bitch is still trying to monopolize your time, even though she's feeling you and she likes you and everything, that's still a form of disrespect. So you need to tighten that up.
Right.
You need to tighten that up. Anything that a bitch is doing, even if it is inspired by the fact that she's feeling you, if it's fucking with your schedule or your program, that's still a form of disrespect. Okay. But here's the reason why I asked you the question in the first place about how you really rate the experiences that you're having, because everything Locario told you is on point and cool. But I'm gonna tell you something else.
Okay. Gotcha.
A man's journey is his journey and his journey alone. Okay. And let me explain that. See, here's the thing that a lot of us guys do, right? We acquire games somehow. Some of us get on the Bad Boy membership. Some of us get it from, life experience, whatever, right? But here's the thing that a lot of us don't really realize is that we get into the game, we get to the point where we know how to get what we want. But at the same time, a lot of us begin to resent the fact that it's still always going to be a couple bitches that's not fucking with us. You understand? Because now that we've reached a level of elevated game, we think, well, I should be getting more bitches. I should be getting this. I should be getting that. But here's the thing. When you are who you are, you attract what you are. You attract who you are. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning that there's gonna be a lane where it's gonna be certain chicks that are basically handpicked by your own identity that will bring those chicks into your life. You understand? So some chicks, so it's, look. Do what you have to do. Do what Locario say. Spend a little bit of extra time. Write that little extra text. Make the seduction a little bit more enticing to kind of get at those chicks that are feeling you, but you just got to coax them a little bit. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But what I'm saying is, there's also another part of the game that we have to realize that what's out there that belongs to us, that's what's going to come to us, and a lot of the other shit we won't be able to touch.
Right.
And that's just the reality of the fucking game, period. Because listen, if I say that I'm a baker, right? I may not ever find myself in a fucking music studio doing music with Kanye West because I'm not fucking with music. I'm baking. So I might be in the kitchen with Emerald Lagasse or something like that. But that's the point I'm trying to make. My identity is a baker. So I'm gonna experience the part of the world and the part of the population of the world that is associated with baking.
Right.
And I can't sit here and be like, oh man, I'll probably never, get to meet Jay-Z and work with him because Jay-Z don't bake. You understand? Who knows though? Jay-Z might fucking he might buy a fucking baking company next week, and then you might find yourself in there. But the point I'm trying to make is that a man's path is a man's path. You understand? Do what you can to have a more inclusive experience. Right? I'm not saying no, but at the end of the day, even when you make that extra offer, even when you text her and say, "Hey man, I'm really feeling you," don't be afraid. I'm not one of those fuck 'em and leave 'em type of guys, whatever. Right? Even after you do that, she still might say no. And the point I'm trying to make is that at the end of the day, you still have to say to yourself, hey, she's not a part of my journey. And that's just it. You get what I'm saying? Because look, we tell you guys that it's a numbers game. We tell you guys you got to put in work. And it's true. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, don't get resentful for the things that are not actually for you. You get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. And Miles, I feel like I just thought that for me personally, I thought that, like, you know, because I've just been on game, I've been listening to your guys' stuff, I've been on the Bad Boy membership, listening to Steve and all that, you know, I was just like, dang, like, I'm so on point that, like, why isn't certain shit popping off and shit like that, you know? And like, I felt like, damn, like, am I too on point?
That's what happens.
Like,
that's what happens.
Do I got to back down on some shit?
No.
You know, like,
No. Don't back down. That's the thing. That's what happens is that, see, that's what happens when you're on point. Understand, like Miles was saying, some things are not going to be for you because some women are not at that level. You see what I'm saying? Even when you're extending yourself to try to seduce her and get her to that level, there's still going to be some girls who's not going to fuck with it because they feel they can't get to that level. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing, because what you're doing is when you're extending the situation, what you're doing, like I said earlier, you're bringing her up to your level. You see what I'm saying? And some women still can't get to that level. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means when you're upgrading a girl. You're upgrading her to your level. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, y'all can actually make something happen. Because sometimes what happens is things can't happen because she can't get to that level. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You see what I mean? That's the issue. It's one of those things where, and this is the funny part, because you were saying, you know, should I tone something down? It's like when the game is in you, right? There's really nothing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? To you can't do it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the craziest shit. That's the craziest shit. I can't. Like, I'm already at this level. It's like I want to do it. It's like I'm just so far gone into this realm, this world that I just can't go back. Even though I might want to do it, I always like, nah, fuck that nigga.
Because you know too much now. That's why.
Doing what I want to do.
Listen. Don't see, the thing is like, you know, put in the work, you know, play the numbers game, but don't let any situation make you lose your integrity. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, if you know you a player, you have a certain level of confidence, and that's how you run your game. Don't switch, because you have some niggas who switch shit up because a bitch is bad, right? Don't.
I never do that.
So in the same token, don't lose your integrity. Meaning, don't switch shit up just because you know she's interested, but she needs a little bit more coaxing. You understand what I'm saying? Still maintain who you are, because at the end of the day, whether she says yes or she says no, she has to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to maintain your integrity. So, you know, like I said, you know, make that extra offer, say, you know, do the seduction and everything like that, but don't lose your integrity though. Don't be switching shit up all outlandish just because I'm trying to get pussy by any means necessary. Cause you got a lot of guys out here like that. These niggas fucking drive 2 hours across town. They'll fucking pay for an expensive ass hotel room just because it's right there, and they don't. Well, you know, if I put her in an Uber or if I try to take her home, I live too far away and she might change her mind. So I'm gonna just spend $300 on this $300 a night hotel room. And then the sex come out whack or some shit like that. You understand? And you got to understand too is that sometimes you have to like keep playing the game to develop a even more precise social awareness. And here's what I mean. You have some women who they're scared and they're interested, but they're scared. But there's a reason why they're scared. And sometimes the reason why they scared is it don't got nothing to do with you, bro. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. And whatever happened in their life that brought them to that level of fear, whatever trauma or past indiscretions or experience she might have had with another man that brought her to that level of fear, you don't want to have anything to do with that anyway, bro.
Right.
You understand? So you still at a certain point, you still gotta dissect it and figure out the girls who are confident, healthy, well-adjusted, and interested, but just a little bit apprehensive, and then the chicks that are they fucked up in the mind. And if you force the issue, bring them into the situation, say you smash them, and then you got some chicks, you smash them, and if you don't call them the next day, like you skip a day, to call them the day after you smash, you call them that second day, or you text them that second day, they be like, what the fuck, nigga? Why you ain't call me yesterday? And da-da-da-da. You like, bitch, where the fuck this come from? But that's because she was a crazy bitch from the beginning, but you was just trying to smash because you all about the pussy. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta have when the game you get more advanced with this game shit, bro, you gotta see what's really going on. You understand? You got some chicks, they're afraid, not just because they're afraid, but they're afraid because they have trauma. You understand? You just being the player that you are, you being honest with them, you're telling everything, you're being upfront and honest and cool and charming like you're supposed to be. But because they're fucked up in the brain and you didn't catch it, you went ahead and made her fall in love. Anybody ever seen that fucking movie Vanilla Sky?
Right. With the Tom Cruise and
Cruise and Cameron Diaz, they're in the fucking car and she's driving and she's like, oh my God, we had sex and I swallowed your cum. That means we're in love.
Right.
And then Tom Cruise is over there like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Then the bitch drove the fucking car off the goddamn road.
Right.
And put this nigga in a fucking coma.
Well,
because he wasn't aware of what was going on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to use the game and be super on point. You understand? And don't put yourself in a compromised situation, especially based on your integrity, to try to get in a woman's pants. Because trust me, a lot of times when you hear no, it's not. Don't let it hit your ego. Understand that that's not for you, bro.
You got to understand, some women are just a waste of good skin. You understand what I mean? So meaning you see a chick, she bad, but it ain't worth it. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that.
And Miles, to your point, man, because I went out last week because I'm from the DC area, so I went down to DC and approached a bunch of shit because I go out by myself, right? So
hold up. Is U Street still popping?
Yes, nigga, it is. It's popping.
That's the spot. That's the spot right there.
Yeah,
that's the spot right there.
Hell yeah.
The spot. But go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. You went out the other night and what happened?
So I went out, I approached this group of girls, right? And there's this fine black chick. So I went up to the group, I did the, the thing on the bad boy. Remember, she ain't gonna say it, but I did the thing. And then what I say in the group, I say, hey, how you guys doing? My name is Walter. I'm the sexiest man alive. I say that. And then she was like, oh, damn, you're so confident. Damn. And then I was like, yeah, what's up? And I tried talking to her. She was like, and then she just went off her. I'm like, bro, but to your point, Miles, that girls, they're so insecure, intimidated by, someone's confidence or how they feel about themselves or whatever that can intimidate them, like you guys are saying. So I totally get where you guys coming from.
And that's the thing.
I'm gonna approach the game differently.
Right, and that's the thing. You got to understand. Again, you got to just be consistent with who you are and what you're about, and then you will actually run into those women that's about it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's the funny part. Because we talk about it's a numbers game. It's sometimes even more of a numbers game the better you get at the game. Because remember, most people, most women, right, or just most people in general, but you're hollering at chicks. Most chicks are not going to be at the level you're at. You have to understand that. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm saying. And so, since most chicks aren't going to be at the level you're at, you're going to have to play more of that numbers game to find the chicks who are at that level to be able to make shit pop, smoothly. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you find those girls where that they're a little bit just nervous about it, then if you want to, you could, do say a little something more and then make it happen. But just understand that that's the reality of where you're going to be at. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reality of it.
And Lacar, the thing about it was that I thought it was immaturity, but it was actually intimidation. You know, because I just graduated college, so I was approaching kids on campus and shit like that, and they're like 18, 19, 20, 20 and like I'm just 22, so I'm thinking it's just immaturity, whatever. But what you guys are telling me is like being on point and just being about what you're about, and yeah, I just gotta play the numbers game, like you're saying, just keep doing it, just keep
and also
keep
understand this, right? And also, and this is the last thing I'll say too,
right?
It's a good thing that some of these women that you're trying to talk to and makes it happen, that they're not fucking with you, because understand that what it is that you're basically, it's like this, right? When you're at a certain level, right? What's going to happen is that women are going to weed themselves out. So what that means is the girls who was on some bullshit, or the girls who was going to be on some like time wasting nonsense, or just have some sort of issue or attitude, they're going to weed themselves out of the situation, because when they talk to you, they already know, like, understand this, certain women know that they can get away with certain things with certain types of guys. So when they see that they can't get away, they're looking at, she's looking at you like, I can't get away with the bullshit that I was going to do with this nigga. So I gotta end this right now. And you're sitting there, you're thinking like, damn, why she, you know what I mean? Like, why she acting all like weird? Why you see what I mean? And that's because she know that she can't get away with the shit she was going to try to get away with you with. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, where some of them you gonna have to just be like, all right, cool, I gotta let that go and keep it pushing, because that's part of the thing. They're not on that same level to make it happen. So a lot of times guys be thinking that women are rejecting them, or women ain't trying to get with them because they don't like them. That's not always the case. Sometimes they do like you, but because they don't like themselves, they know they can't fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? So that's
y'all niggas. Bitches know they ain't shit though.
That's what happens. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
What? Bitches know they ain't shit, bro.
That's what happens, bro. You feel me?
In reference to a real on point nigga,
the game, bro. Crazy.
Most bitches know they ain't shit, bro. So y'all niggas be thinking it's a rejection. That bitch is saving your life.
Right. Facts.
Right.
But yo, man, we appreciate you calling in, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man.
That's what's up, man. Holla. All right, peace.
All right, keep going.
You see what happens?
That disrespect, because
you see what happens when you guys get on the Bad Boy membership? You start having these good ass problems and shit. Yo, I'm telling you, the shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man.
Yo, nigga said somebody goes malfunctioning.
Right. That's the craziest part. When you chilling with a chick, you know she feeling you, and then all of a sudden she give you that text, that I call it the retreat text. Like she's fucking just retreating. She's waving away. I give up. I can't fuck with you. It's over.
No, some bitches know, bro. They know.
Right.
They know that once you drop the D in, that's the halfway point. It's a wrap.
Right.
So they're like, because, and the reason why I say that is because, you got to understand, a woman has already checked you out. Already like, this nigga's good looking. He's confident. He know how to dress. He obviously got a little bit of bread. You know what I'm saying? He set up the date, brought us out. He got leadership skills. He got management skills. Like he know how to carry a conversation. If this nigga got good dick, I'm done. That's what the bitch is thinking.
Right, exactly. Facts.
After she finished looking at all that shit, she's like, if this nigga got good dick, it's over for me. So I can't allow this nigga to fuck me. Because some chicks know when they're already like damn near in love with a nigga. Because there's some chicks out there, and I told you guys, you know, we've talked about this on many shows, how women behave when they're feeling you, how women are willing to do ridiculous things that you would never even think to do as a man.
Right.
Because they're feeling you, they'll do it for you. And some chicks, they see that reality and they're like, this nigga's on point. He's good looking. If he got that fire dick, this nigga gonna have me. I was gonna use a horrible joke with the Afghan people hanging outside the plane and they fell off the plane. It's a bad joke. So this nigga will have me, you know what I'm saying? This nigga will have me rushing into the fucking alligator pit just to go get his phone that he dropped or some shit.
Right.
Like chicks know that is the Like that is the crazy extreme extent to how they feel sometimes when they're really in love or when they're really feeling the dude. You understand?
Right.
So some of them look at that shit and they're like, nah, I can't. I don't want to go down that road. And they already know, and they know you a player too.
Right.
That more than likely you're not going to get into a serious relationship with them right now. And you're not going to try to marry them in 3 to 6 months. So they're like, nah, can't fuck with them.
Exactly. And on top of that, real quick, is that sometimes these women they're already coming off of a breakup or heartache from an alpha male that they were with before. And then so now another alpha male nigga come and she's like, I ain't ready for all of that. I need me a safe beta male to work with the ground I walk on so I can feel better about myself. And then I'll go back to the alpha after all of that shit goes down. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yo, bro. What you just said just now, my nigga. What you just said just now?
That's what happens. That's what happens, bro.
Yo, that alpha male shit is heavy. When chicks feel that energy coming off of you,
right?
They looking at you like this motherfucker here.
And remember, there's something about women. Women, see, when women start to feel shit, right? It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because it's like she knows that she probably gets so caught up emotionally, and she knows how it feels to be caught up emotionally. She don't want to have to. It's like this. Imagine somebody said, "Yo, if you come to this house, you're gonna get punched in the face really hard, right?" And and it's like you want to come to the house because let's say they say, "Yo, we got some money here for you." You understand? We got a big check, but in order for you to get the big check, a 300-pound all muscle nigga got to punch you dead in your fucking face, and then you can get the check. You're like, shit, I want the check, but fuck, do I really want to get punched in the face though? Like, am I willing to go through that punch in the face to get this? That's how women feel when they fucking with an alpha male, especially if they just came off a relationship with alpha. They're like, shit, I don't want to have to go through the punch in the face to get to the shit I want. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happens is that they know they're going to feel that fucking crazy shit. Right. You see what I mean? But Unique 79 said this question for you real quick.
He said on a live stream a couple of weeks ago, you said that you have to be spontaneous with your approaches. Can I expand on that? I'm trying to think. When did I say that? You gotta be spontaneous. I mean, I need a little bit more context. I'm not sure. I mean, you should be spontaneous. You know, a lot of guys in general, yeah. I mean, if you see a chick that's attractive to you, a chick that you think you see her physically and she look good, and you want to see what that's about, roll up on it. I know I've said that, as soon as you see them, you need to go at it because there's no promise that she gonna hang around. There's no problem. Like sometimes you'll see somebody walking past and you be like, oh, I'll catch her on the way around. Right. Or I'll holler at her later, or you at a party or something and you see a chick and you like, damn, she fine. You know what? I'm gonna chill on that and go talk to my mans in them and holler at her later. And then if you go talk to your mans, you turn back around, either she's getting tongued down by some nigga in the party already, or she's getting macked down by some nigga in the party already.
Exactly. I've seen that shit happen a bunch of times, man. That's the worst. Like you see a chick, you be at the bar, the club or some shit. You see a chick, you be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and I'm gonna come back out and holler at her. And then you come back out and there's already a nigga all up on her and shit. You like, fuck. And then that nigga's talking to her for like an hour. He's just like, God damn. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, I hope that answers your question. I hope that's what we were talking about. But man, you gotta go. You gotta strike as soon as you see the chick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta strike. You gotta be ready. You gotta be on it. You gotta be ready. That's why you gotta I try to dress basically the same. Like unless I'm going to the gym, I try to dress basically the same. So I'm like my appearance game is already on point, so I ain't gotta worry about nothing. So I see something I like. It's just a matter of going up to it and saying something, and that's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Real talk. All right, so guys, it's almost about that time, people. We appreciate everybody. Hell, let me see it. Tony said in one video, you said you went to sex parties. Is it true? And is going to orgies and having sex with girls you don't know count as having body counts? Yeah, it's still a chick you fuck. You know what I'm saying? So adds to the count. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Remember, go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure that you go there so you can get the Game Kings documentary for free. And if you want the Game Kings documentary by yourself, go to mr.locario.com to get your copy today. And yeah, man, that's about it. Anything else, Miles, you want to say before we get up out of here?
Check us out. Check us out on the Real Game No Theory show this Sunday at 6.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be K Zaggin, Steve the Dean, Mr. 1950, Locario, and myself. All right. So make sure y'all check us out and come join the party. You know what I'm saying? Donate and all that stuff.
Yes, sir. All right, people. We out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We go.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.